Hi there, I'm Sam from easytradingsignals.com, and what we're going to do today is to take a look at MetaTrader, both MetaTrader 4 as well as MetaTrader 5, more commonly known as MT4 and MT5. And what we're going to do specifically is to just give you a very quick and easy introduction if you are brand new to MetaTrader. Now, it doesn't matter if you're new to MetaTrader 4 or MetaTrader 5, or maybe even if you are moving from MetaTrader 4 to MetaTrader 5, and in some cases people even have to move from MetaTrader 5 to MetaTrader 4 because their new broker may only allow MetaTrader 4. Whatever the case might be, we are going to take a quick look at MetaTrader for you, go through some of the basics, and just step you through some of the essential things that you need to do. So let's jump right into it. So in the background right now is MetaTrader 4, and you can see that you basically get your chart over there. You get a market watch area with all your different assets. I just have a few listed here. At the bottom left you have your navigator, where you have your indicators as well as your expert advisors, and you can have tons in here. And if I quickly switch over to MetaTrader 5, you will see that it pretty much looks the same. There's a whole lot of it that actually only got upgraded on the back end. And of course, there are some differences here and there, cosmetic ones, but you'll see that it also has your account details, indicators, as well as your expert advisors. So all of that is pretty much the same. So here we are in MetaTrader 5. So if I wanted to add, let's say, the Euro USD to a new chart, I can do it in a couple of different ways. I can click at the top left there and click on Euro USD. I can click on the asset itself and right click and go to chart window. And you'll see that if I quickly switch over here to MT4, it is exactly the same thing. You can click on the little icon and click on Euro USD, which will open up a new chart. Or you can click on it, right click, and click on window. So just to kick you off in terms of seeing that a lot of these things are exactly the same between the two, adding an asset to a chart is pretty straightforward. Now, if you maybe you want to set some of the backgrounds, like for instance, here we have trading bars, but let's say I prefer candlesticks. So I just right click and then I select common and I go to candlesticks, and I can set some other options as well, and I click OK. And when I zoom in, you will see that I now have candlesticks, and pretty much the same with MT5. Right click, it's already showing candlesticks, but just to show you, right click properties, and then you can see over here we have pretty much the same options, right? And the common bar charts, candlesticks, which currently selected, and some other options that you can show along with colors. And both of them are the same. You can set any colors that you like to make it look pretty, or change the background, or pretty much anything that you like to set it to. So let's just leave it at that. There's also the opportunity to actually put in like templates if you want. So if you like the template that I prefer, you're welcome to actually just drop an email, sam at easytradingsignals.com or easytradingsignals at gmail.com, either one, and I'll give you this template, and this is what it looks like. So if you like a kind of a cleaner look, you're welcome to just drop an email, easytradingsignals at gmail.com, or sam@easytradingsignals.com. Either one will work, and I'll send this along to you. Okay, so how do you actually go ahead and attach, let's say, an indicator to a chart? So once again, let's go to something that a lot of people may know, okay, like MACD. So click on it, click and drag and drop. And once you do that, you'll see that it gives you the options to set fast EMA, slow EMA, and MACD. In this case, you can set the colors, levels, and visualization. I normally stay away from those. You might want to set the colors if you want, and the parameters, of course, and then you just click on OK, and there you go. It's set. Another way to do it is to simply right-click on any indicator you like and click on Attach to Chart. And that will do exactly the same thing for you. Now, switching back to our MT5, and over here, it's pretty much the same thing, right? So we go to MACD, you can right-click, Attach to Chart, or click and drag. And there we go. Same options, just looking a little bit different in terms of the layout, but it's all still there, right? It's pretty much the same thing. Click on OK, and there you go. Okay, so that's how easy it is to attach an indicator. But what about expert advisors? Now, expert advisors, what are they? Expert advisors are automated trading bots that basically trade on your behalf, and there are a ton of them that you can get online. Some of them are free, a lot of them are not free, of course, and the really good ones are ones that you will need to spend some money on. Okay, so just be aware. You can also write your own if that's your thing, and you know there's a lot of resources online that will do exactly that for you. And I actually have an announcement a little bit later, maybe tomorrow, so in that regard especially, that you should be watching out for. More on that later though. So let's just add for now an expert advisor. So I click on it over there, and how do I attach it? Same way, right? You click on right click, attach to chart, or you can simply click and drag it. Okay, so I just had another one loaded there, so I just said yes, I wanted this one. So once you do that, you have input options, and you can set those to whatever you want, and these will obviously be different for every expert advisor. So you would just need to know for your particular expert advisor what needs to go in here. There's also the common tab, and sometimes you'll need to set this, but you don't need to change anything in here unless you're told to do so. Right, so that's all. We click on OK, and now it is attached. So great, you can't see it, right? Where did it go? So how do you see that is you simply right click. So I just right clicked on the chart, and then you can see you have two options, indicator list and expert list, because I've added it, right? If I didn't add an expert, it wouldn't show expert list as being selectable. So if I click on indicator list, I get my little MACD that we previously attached. And if I go back again and I click on expert list, you'll now see that we have the expert MACD, the expert advisor already attached. So I can click on properties, and as you can see, it's exactly the same settings as before. And I can go ahead and change those to whatever I want, right? And hit close. Now for a quick recap, back on MT4, how do you do that? How do you do, how do you attach an expert advisor for MT4? Yep, you're right. You pretty much do the same thing. You select your expert advisor, you right click, and you can click on attach to chart, or you can simply drag it and it will show you the settings. And in this case, you can see that for MT4, for this particular expert advisor, the settings are slightly differently. And of course, that's, like I said, it will be different for every expert advisor, and every expert advisor will come with instructions on what you need to do, but normally they all come with a decent set of defaults. So you don't normally need to do much except click on OK, right? And then same thing, how do you see that it's actually attached? Well, same thing, you right click, and you can see your indicators list, MACD. You can right click and you'll see expert advisors. And with MT4, you can only attach one at a time. So you're going to click on expert advisors, and then properties, and there you have it. The same inputs as before. And you can then go and change those if needs be, and if it's necessary for you to run it that way. All right, so that is the basics about how to add indicators and how to add expert advisors, how to maybe make your chart look a little bit more interesting if you wanted to, for both MT4 and MT5. Pretty straightforward and easy. Now there's two more things that you might want to do. The first thing is, how do you actually, if you get an expert advisor from somewhere, how do you actually get it into this list here that you see, right? And the second thing is, how do you actually test this? Okay, so what we're going to do, we're currently in MT4. So we're going to click on View, and there you'll see Strategy Tester. We're going to click on that. Once we do that, you'll see that there's an option here at the bottom. And for now, we actually have our MACD already, expert advisory selected. But you can also click from your drop-down box and select another one. We have Euro-USD selected there, time period 1 hour. Model every tick, yep, you pretty much want to do that. And here you can pick the from date and to date. If you uncheck that, it'll use all of the data you've got, which is probably not a good idea. Visual mode can be useful sometimes. You want to see exactly where the indicator would have entered trades during this period, but sometimes it can be super slow. So just, be aware of that. You can always speed things up by grabbing this bar and just making it faster. Okay, so just for fun, let's click start. Now just remember, this is just an example. Okay, this EA does not perform well. It's just an example that actually comes with pretty much all MT4 and MT5 platforms. Okay, so hit start, and you can see it's collecting some data and it's starting to run through, and you can actually see over here it has entered a trade in the backtest mode. So it's just telling us what it would have traded during this time period. But as you can see, it's pretty slow. So I'm going to grab this and just go max. And there it is. You can see it trading. And as it enters trades, it's got like a stop loss level. It's going to take profits and so forth. And it's going to go through this process until it reaches the end period that you specified. Shouldn't take very long. And there we go. Okay. So now at the end of all that, what you have at the bottom here is your results, graph, report, and journal. If you click on those, you can see the exact trades that it took on the graph. You can see like an equity curve of how the trading went. And in the report, you can see detailed results on your winning positions, losing positions, how big they were, percentage, net profit, profit factor, and so forth. Okay, so these things are important for you to note if you're going to do backtesting on an expert advisor. So let's hop over to MT5, shall we? So here we are, MT5, and same thing. If we want to do strategy testing, we go to View, Strategy Tester, click on it. You can see here the interface is a little bit nicer, right? And it should be, because it's the new version, MT5. So you can click over here on single, or I'm going to click on visualize. If you do that, you have some options. And once again, here you can see you have your expert advisor, the drop down, and you can select from your various expert advisors. You can pick your symbol, time frame, the custom period from and to. You can here set some additional things like delay to emulate slippage and so forth. Modeling every tick, yep, you want to do that. Your deposit and your leverage. And I'm just going to keep this 100 and 100 for now. Optimization, not going to get into that right now, but we're going to pick visual mode so we can actually see it on the chart. Okay, that's it. So we're going to hit start. And it's done. Okay, so that was very quick. So this is also one of the benefits of MT5. It is way faster, and you can see the same thing. You can see your history of trades, they trade results, and so on, and it actually shows you exactly where it traded. And now if we go over here, we can see on the graph we have a little equity curve, but it's a little bit more detailed than you saw in MT4, so it gives you more information, right? So on backtest, the backtest tab, it pretty much gives you the same information as it did on MT4 in the reports. You can see your wins, losses, profit factor, and so forth. And you can do your inputs over here. If it's got any specific inputs, it will show you what was used. And this is our settings tab that we started with. Okay, so now the other thing is, I said we need to do is, how do you actually specify where you're going to put expert advisor when you actually get like the expert advisor from where we bought it, where we got it from. Now there's a couple of ways. When you buy it online, it's going to be just insert automatically. Okay, so that's the one option. But often you would get MT4 Trader or MT5 Trader, Auto Trader, Expert Advisor from somewhere else or another marketplace where you need to insert it yourself. And it's really simple, easy. You know, you just get the file and you just need to put it inside a specific folder. How do you get to that folder? Good that you asked. And I'll show you a neat little trick that I always use. You can go to data folder. Okay, so go to file, go to open data folder, and there you'll see we are in the correct folder. We go to MT5 and we go to experts and we go to advisors, and there they are listed. See, there's our MACD. So you'll normally get an EX4 or EX5. That is the compiled version. If you have the source code, you'll also get an MQ5 or MQ4. So all you need to do is simply pop your file, new file in here, and it will show up in your list of expert advisors. And for MT4, it's pretty much the same thing. Go over there and click on Open Data Folder. And there you have it. And then you simply go to MQL4, go to Experts, and you're going to place it right there. So it's the same thing, pretty much MT4, MT5. You're just going to place your probably EX4 file in there, or MQ4 if you have that, and we can get into that later if you needed to. Just drop me a line and I'll help you out. And that's it. Okay, so that's just a very quick overview of how MT4 and MT5 work, and how you can set up the basics for it, to add indicators, to add expert advisors, and to maybe make your background and your charts look just a little bit better. Okay, so look out for some new announcements about a very interesting new expert advisor that's going to be launching actually on Monday. So check out for that, and in the meantime, please remember to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Thank you for watching.